Hi friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another edition of Remix Monday. So you just saw a clip of the layout that I'm going to scrap lift, and I'm just diving in and starting the scrap lift. I have all my die cuts ready. I cut them with my Cricut before I started the video, so I have a mountain range, and then there's a cityscape and some florals, trees, not florals, as well. I'm creating a city skyline. This will be a layout about Provo once again. So I'm just putting the skyline, which is supposed to be Provo, at the top of the page. I added that with some foam squares. I'm gonna add the trees over top. There's a real mix of pattern papers and cardstock in this layout. Most of the products are close to my heart. I used some retired pattern papers to create the trees from close to my heart. All the solid cardstock is close to my heart. The mountain range, I had to cut twice because I made a little boo-boo when I was doing the cutting and had the paper the wrong way on the mat, so it didn't cut properly, and I really wanted to use wood grain to create the mountains. It looked so cool when it did start cutting, and then it ran out of paper, so I had to dive into my stash to find another wood grain paper, and luckily I had one in my stash. This is probably most likely the last one. I've been hoarding it. And I know it's photoplay paper. I tried showing you the branding strip at the top of the paper after I cut it off, and I caught photoplay, but I can't remember the name of the paper. I want to say it's something like A Walk Through the Woods, something like that. I will link all of the products that I used in this layout down below. This particular paper, the wood grain paper, is actually out of a Paper Issues scrapbooking kit. I don't know what month it was, but it was a previous one, not recent. So if I can't find the name of the product, I'll just link the Paper Issues kit, the most current one. Provo was also cut from pattern paper out of a Paper Issues kit. And I want to say it's Echo Park, but I don't know the collection either. I do know that it's Echo Park though. It has a snowflake pattern in it, which when I sat down to create, I was like, oh, this is funny because it's a summer layout, but yet I'm using papers that are supposed to be for Christmas or a winter theme. But I made it work because when we got to Provo last summer, there was actually still snow in the mountains. So I was like, well, this will work because there was still snow lying around in July when we got to Provo. And we found out later on after we got there that they actually were having unseasonably cold weather up until the week we got there. And they did have snow, which is crazy for July. But anyways, so they had snow because of just weather and Mother Nature. So I created that scene using a couple of papers that has snowflakes in them. The clouds are close to my heart. And actually both the pattern papers and the clouds are close to my heart, and they are retired papers as well. They are actually papers, once again, that I've been hoarding, like the wood grain paper. Okay, moving on, because I got sidetracked. I'm just doing the journaling right now. I'm putting it below the title. I used a straight edge ruler and a pencil just to mark the lines, and then obviously I'm going in with a journaling pen and writing out my thoughts. I'm added the picture to some almond cardstock and put it next to the journaling, and at the very bottom of the page I'm going to add another little scene with a tree, a cloud, two trees and a cloud. And then I come in afterwards. At this point I thought I was done. That's what was in my design and Cricut design space, and it was done, but it wasn't. I pull out some Tim Holtz phrase stickers. I took out the clippings, the one that I just showed you now. Didn't find anything there that really spoke to me, so I pulled out the small talk phrase stickers. You'll see that come up in just a moment. And right off the bat, I found 2 phrase stickers that were perfect for this entire theme. So I'll take those out of the little booklet. Both these items came from Michael's, so I will list them down below as well in the description box if you wanted to grab those for yourself. Here's the small talk phrase stickers, and they worked perfectly. So I'm going to pop them onto some white cardstock and cut them out just so that they're more like ephemera. The places that I'm going to be putting them, I don't want them to end up sticking to the background, like the base. So I put them on paper to obviously take care of the stickiness. I could have also used my anti-static tool. That works as well to take stickiness off stickers, but I had that paper handy on my desk, so I just pulled it out and put the stickers on that. I'm just using my Tombow Mono liquid glue to adhere the stickers over top of the title and then down at the bottom of the page. And then I pulled out some, that'll be in a minute here, pulled out some more foam squares, cut them in half, and then put them underneath the parts of the sticker where it was kind of flat. I wanted to keep it all the same height. I'm just adding the date to a little tab, and I put that on the left-hand side of the picture. In the end, because it felt a little plain there, I pulled out a wood veneer arrow that I had in my stash, which is also close to my heart. It's retired. But to pull in a little bit more brown and wood, the arrow worked really well. So here I took out the foam squares and I'm just adding them underneath the places that would flatten out when they're put in the page protector and in an album. So like I said earlier, I just wanted to keep them all at the same height. So here's the little wood chip, or the brain fart, the arrow. I can't think of what it's called. It's a Monday, right? I'm also using some stickles just to give the little birds an eye. It was supposed to cut out with my Cricut, but I actually skipped that step because they were so tiny. I didn't want to fuss with it. So I just left it and then added stickles for eyes. I do actually end up smudging one of the eyes when I finally place this chipboard flare from Pink Fresh Studio. It's going to go at the top of the layout by the sun, over top of the sun actually, right there. I think that's the perfect little home for it. And as I was doing that, I smudged it. So I pulled out some Kleenex, swiped it off, and redid the eye, and then didn't touch it again. So I didn't smudge anything else. There are some close-ups here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like and a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what you think of my Remix Monday series. I'll be back again soon with another process video. Thanks guys. Bye.